Hi, my name is Michael. So my startup LagSwitch's philosophy is trying to make education as fun as video gaming. So the co-founder and I were sitting around and having lunch one day and discussing how frustrating it was to be able to play, could sit around and play video games for 12 hours straight, and I couldn't, after 12 minutes, stay concentrated on some of our lecture material. And we thought, wow, how great would it be if we could find a way to make education fun. And so we thought, well, why don't we try to flip it on its head and help people to get better at video games by learning things. We entered the Accelerator program 2016 through the beginning of 2017. The Accelerator program for us involved having mentors come in and kind of speak to us about how to look after stuff that we had no idea about. Being psychology students, we weren't really exposed to running a business. We didn't understand necessarily how to properly put together budgets or proposals or all of that kind of stuff. So we got the opportunity to meet people who are really good at that kind of stuff. We got the opportunity to meet people who then became our advisory panel, and we worked on our program at the same time as being in collaboration with other people who were building other startups, and we could learn from their mistakes and they could learn from some of ours. And yeah, I think you've got to be pretty prepared to work really hard, but it's in saying that working really hard doesn't necessarily mean doing something that's really painfully hard. Have something you're really, really passionate about. And I think the beauty of the Accelerator program is that it gives you that full 3 months and that proper backing to be able to really chase after that thing you get excited for. I think the biggest takeaway that we got out of the Accelerator was just the sheer number of contacts that we made. Apart from all of the terrific learnings that we picked up from both the mentors that came in and from some of the industry partners that we met along the way, just the sheer scope of people that we met, that we came in contact with through being able to pursue what we were trying to achieve is really valuable. I would say give it a go. I think there's nothing to be lost. The only thing you lose is not getting a chance. So I would say have a crack at it. Even if you don't get in the first round, I think that there's so much opportunity to learn from going through the process. Because going for the Accelerator program, there are a lot of similarities between that and putting in grant applications with Advanced Queensland. So I think there's a lot to be gained even if you don't get in. We don't develop games, so to say, so we leave that to the game developers. What we do is try to use video games in a completely different way, and that's where the psychology comes in. So we're trying to use a pre-existing thing, gaming, which is highly engaging, and we're putting a different spin on it so that people get more out of it than they were before. The Accelerator for us finished in I think it was March of this year. Since we've come out of the Accelerator, the skills and the program that we developed at LagSwitch has enabled us to be the driving force behind the development of the QUT Esports program. So we are kind of doing both of those two things simultaneously. So the LagSwitch program that we used in schools to teach children about communication and teamwork and those kind of things, we're applying that same knowledge into the development of this new QUT initiative, QUT Esports, which has enabled us to open a whole bunch of doors, not only for QUT, but also for the LagSwitch program. Essentially, being able to have contacts within such a wide area of such a developing industry has allowed us to be able to break into a market which would have been really difficult for us to do otherwise.